Last season was a disappointment for Los Angeles Infamous. They never made it into the finals, and they had to play in relegation games to preserve their Champions League spot throughout the year, and they finished 7th overall. The team was inconsistent in 2013, but they do have the talent to win, as they have mostly the same squad who was able to win 2 years ago in Chicago. The roster is stacked with talented veterans who play with a big chip on their shoulders. Damian Ryan has been nothing short of a wrecking ball for the past 2 years. His stats are up there with some of the best in the business, and he plays almost every point. Kevin Rudolph and Nicky Cuba are both experienced clutch support players, and Infamous has aggressive attackers in Brad McCurley, Drew Templeton, and Zach Wake, who have all proved capable in big games. The team is led by Travis Lemansky, who will need to make sure his roster stays focused and is able to utilize the talent that they have at their disposal so they can get back where they believe they deserve to be, on the podium, hosting a first-place trophy. San Diego Dynasty came into the beginning of last season on fire, winning the first 2 events, taking 2nd in Chicago, and going on to win the 2013 PSP Series Championship. During their early season domination, they were able to win close games and the whole roster stepped up in pressure situations. Dynasty's strength lies in a core group that has been together for over a decade, and the amazing young talent they have brought in to surround that legendary core of Alex Frazier, Yosh Rao, Ryan Greenspan, and the 2013 Top Gun, Oliver Lang. Other than losing Dalton Vanderbilt, who was their main weapon on the D side, the team is the same, and they are looking to come into 2014 and make a statement to the league, as they started to fall short towards the end of last season. Kyle Spica and Alex Frazier will need to step up on the snake side, and Lang, Greenspan, Brandon Short, and Blake Yarber need to handle the attack on the D side. Coach Rusty Glaze was able to utilize the entire roster last year, and with Vanderbilt gone, Lang and Greenspan could see a lot more playing time. Very few teams have the talent Dynasty is able to field, and Coach Glaze has refocused them into one of the hardest working, most organized teams in the game.
Welcome back here. San Diego Dynasty about to take on Los Angeles Infamous in our 2nd Champions Division semifinal matchup. Man, this is a big one here. 2 powerhouse teams. Infamous, this would be a big win for them. They underperformed last season and really wanting to represent this year for their crew. They put a lot of work in the offseason, 2-a-days at the gym, driving through 3-4 hours of snowy conditions just to get to an indoor so they could get reps. And on the flip side, Dynasty, they got Brad Mon helping, doing some coaching duties for them as they lost Rusty Glaze as their permanent coach. He still's their coach, but you know, he's got 2 young kids, just can't commit himself full time, but he's watching right now. They've got him on FaceTime in the pits. Yeah, they said they've got Rusty Glaze. They've taped an iPad to some kid's face over there, and I'm sure that's an exaggeration, but funny visual to say the least. Anyway, but Rusty's still helping him out. But Brad's instituting Rusty's system, and Brad is a really great paintball mind himself, high paintball IQ, played for the team for a long time, real good friends with all those guys, and intricately knows paintball, so he's going to be able to really help out Dynasty here.
Well, as we said before, you know, I can see Rusty at home right now with a vacuum cleaner in one hand, a baby in another, and watching this thing, laughing at us because we're here freezing. He's at home chilling out, watching Dallas or reruns of General Hospital or something.
Well, Chris, let's check in with Lori on the sideline. She has the owner and leader of Los Angeles Infamous, Travis Lemansky.
Travis Lemansky in the Infamous pit. This is the first time you guys have been at this stage of the game in a while. How does it feel to be here and possibly going to the finals?
Well, it feels good. I mean, obviously we worked really hard in the offseason to kind of put ourselves in this position, but yeah, it feels great. You and Dynasty are both undefeated in the prelims. What are you expecting them to bring into this match? I think they're going to do a lot of that Oliver up the middle kind of stuff. You know, he was really successful with that, so I wouldn't expect him to switch that. All right, Dynasty versus Infamous, both undefeated so far. We'll see who gets the first point.
Bye, Travis. Ryan's the white Dorito, Ryan!
Here, Nicky Cuba calling out some last-minute positions. So is it going to be Infamous or Dynasty? Meeting Omaha Vicious in the finals this afternoon. We'll find out in this matchup. Infamous in the orange on your left, and Dynasty in there, always blue, Dynasty blue. And then Kyle Spica getting right into the 50-yard line snake, and Dynasty rolling their guns off the break. 2 kills coming off right away for Los Angeles Infamous is Zach Patient, and I believe Damian Ryan taking the walk early. So Kyle Spica is in the snake, and he's starting to try to do work. Looks like somebody got a shot on Brad McCurley in the back corner bunker. And it's just Kevin Rudolph and Drew Templeton left alive in the center. And here comes Yosh Rao, and he is going to take out those last two players. Nice run through from Yosh Rao. Perfect work for San Diego Dynasty. They did not lose a body here in this first point, Chris.
Yeah, I know, Matty. I'm looking for Damian Ryan to get on his horse and start camping a couple games. He seems to have a rough time of it. I think the reason being is because he's trying to stay in the back and then filter out. I really think they need to get Damian up the field because he's more comfortable up there. I mean, I played back, and I was horrible at it. You know, I'm being honest. Getting up the field is where Damian should be. He should be up there getting kills and then dying, not in the backfield. Let's go to this replay real quick, Matty, and see what they show for us.
Yeah, Chris, you're right. Damian is struggling here at this event, though Infamous itself is playing awesome. Damian's still contributing, though. He's not playing terrible.
Yeah, no, of course.
But
well,
we saw him tear people up before
Yep.
last season, man. He played almost every single point from the past 2 seasons. Look at this. Yosh Rao on your screen, dead center, and there's just 2 players left alive. He's just doing it perfect, slow, methodical, and bam, Yosh puts on one. He's shooting left-handed and then takes out the other one. Perfect work by San Diego Dynasty here, and really good off the break shooting for them, as they, well know that has been, we've definitely seen certain things work. First of all, you got to run out to your spot shooting. You got to put pressure back on your opponents and get those shots in. Also, big moves have been happening up the center. You got to get aggressive on the snake side, and also you got to get creative on that D side. We'll be right back after this.
Going into these events, equipment's what matters. On our team, we're so talented. My job has fallen into like a role player's position. In order for Kyle or Brandon or Alex to make these moves, they need support so that we can win the tournament. And that's what I'm doing with this LV1. I'm able to go to a spot and get a lot of drop shots on people and really shoot just directly over a bunker where people think they're safe, and the next thing you know, I'm getting those kills. My name is Oliver Lang from San Diego Dynasty, and I shoot the LV1.
Welcome back. Let's check out the game matchup. These 2 teams on paper, Dynasty, they're 2013 PSP season title holders. That's the hardest thing to do in paintball, is to win the PSP Pro Series title in the Champions Division. They were able to do it last year. They won 2 events, took second at Chicago, the 3rd event of the year. Fell off a little bit towards the end of the year. Actually got shut out twice at World Cup in 2 separate games. But still, on paper, they do look a little bit better than Infamous, who really struggled last season. They finished 7th overall. But Infamous revamped their lineup. They got Zach Patient back from an injury. They've been putting in tons of time. They got the Bornstein brothers, and they look pretty good here at this event. Zach Wake is back and playing for them, and he's playing well. Zach Wake digging out to that back corner bunker on the snake side. Is he able to make it in clean? Yes, he is. Here comes Ryan Greenspan up the center of San Diego Dynasty. He gets blown apart, but taken with them, it looks like Jason Bornstein gets shot out as well, too. So 1 falling for each team. Oh, yeah, just 1. No, it looks like 2 for Dynasty.
It's Ryan Greenspan taking the walk, also on the far side of the field, real side, on your screen.
Ryan's the one that got shot out of the center.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, so Ryan and Ryan for Dynasty, Jason Bornstein for Los Angeles Infamous, who got shot by Ryan. They actually traded out with each other. So 4-on-4. Uh-oh, Tyler Harmon gets shot for San Diego Dynasty out of the back corner bunker. So now Infamous has a 1-body advantage. They move Zach Wake a little bit up on the snake side of the field and then bounce Bobby Aviles out behind him. Here comes Zach Wake, already in the snake, is Alex Frazee for San Diego Dynasty. He did a good job for them. And, Alex isn't scared to attack. He loves it. That's why he still plays the game after doing this for over a decade. So Alex Frazee first to get to the 50-yard line. Let's see if he can wrap around and get a shot in on Zach Wake. Now Zach Wake gets out. Did he? Oh, Ryan. Let's see. No, Alex wasn't able to get a shot on him. And Bobby.
But I can see Alex going to get him because nobody's really looking. Oh, how about that?
So Zach Wake gets bunkered out by Alex Frazee. You could call Chris. And then Bobby Aviles, though, on that trade out, he goes right past the area of attack that Alex Frazee just went through. And he goes right to the 50.
What a shot. Across the field by Bobby Aviles on the inside, Matty. Across the field, blind shot over the cake in the middle, taking out that far side Dorito. Oh, and there goes Bobby Aviles getting shot by Glenn Takamoto.
Glenn Takamoto had a great game yesterday later on, and man, it's now a 2-on-1.
Yeah, Nicky Cuba, Bornstein against Glenn Takamoto, who is not somebody to take lightly.
No, yeah, after Glenn Takamoto, man, he's a rock. Glenn Takamoto's right. Him and Yosh Rao they're those guys that are super consistent. And Glenn Takamoto also, he can turn on a dime too, man. Normally not the most aggressive guy because he has players in front of him to do that, and he's supposed to be that guy, that island in the back. But he's one of those guys that very quickly can turn a bad situation into a good one by dropping a shot in. He's a great gunfighter too. Here comes Corey Bornstein, the bearded wonder, making his way up on the Dorito side of the field past the 50-yard line. Nikki Cuba, only person over here on the snake side for either team. You're looking at Glenn Takamoto way back there, back corner bunker, top hand portion of your screen, and there's the battle between Corey Bornstein and Glenn Takamoto.
Right there, Corey Bornstein coming up in the Doritos, taking as much ground as possible, getting as close as possible. Glenn Takamoto, and look at this move right here. Glenn Takamoto taking him down.
Glenn Takamoto, and I think Corey might have spun on him, or not. I don't know. I can't tell.
I think Nikki might have actually got him.
Maybe Nikki. I don't know. Glenn is losing it over there. But I don't know if he got shot. It's tough to tell from here. I couldn't see it on the angle.
We'll have a good replay on that, I'm sure, coming up for you guys. But what a good move by Glenn Takamoto, coming down the wire and just making a Bornstein just wear it.
Well, that's what I was talking about, man. You know, he's a hyper intelligent individual and real good at reading situations, has good timing. So, you know, he can make that a bad situation turn it around into a good one by making a move like that. But I'm not sure if it was Corey who was able to get a shot on him or it was Nikki cross field. But Glenn was definitely losing it after that move because he felt that he got cheated. I couldn't see it from here. Let's check out. Maybe we can see it on the replay. Regardless, it's 1-0 right, or 1-1 right now. So look at Glenn Takamoto. He's going to launch here pretty soon. So it's Corey Bornstein for Infamous, past the 50-yard line on the right-hand portion of your screen. And then Glenn's going to realize that Corey, I think, looked inside. So he just runs down and
runs him down.
Yeah,
I think what happened is Glenn got shot by Nikki. And then Nikki comes up, gives him two more right here. Gives him two more, and that's what made him mad. I've never seen Glenn jump that high. Actually, I have.
Well, it must have been Nikki picking him up because I didn't even see Corey raise his gun up to shoot. So it wasn't Corey. So, yeah, I think maybe it was the bonus balls.
Yeah, I guarantee you.
Regardless, though, still was a cool move. It didn't work out for him. Doesn't always work out in your favor. But it's going to tie up here at 1 apiece with 16:01. So these guys are going to reset here. Tie game, semifinals of the Champions Division. Damian Ryan, Zach Patient, Brad McCurley, Kevin Rudolph, and Drew Templeton on the field for Los Angeles Infamous. For Dynasty is going to send out Oliver Lang, Ryan Greenspan, Yosh Rao, Brandon Short, and Kyle Spica.
You know, with that said, you know, got Dynasty on your screen right now, getting ready. This is 15 seconds for the start of this game. 1-0 in favor of Los Angeles Infamous. I'm sorry, 1-1. Tied up game, 0-0 practically. You know, I really appreciate everybody home watching. You know, you guys sending me tweets and everything. I love that. I'll respond to you guys. You guys are fantastic, making this worth our while, making us freeze for a reason. So thank you guys very much. On the split screen breakout, Dynasty on your left, Infamous on your right, 1-1 game.
Yeah, so now it looks like Brad McCurley gets shot off the break, but so does Oliver Lang. So it's 4-on-4 again. Kyle Spick is able to get into the snake for San Diego Dynasty. And can Zach Patient get in there with him? You're looking at the Dorito side lineup for San Diego Dynasty. There's Ryan Greenspan and Yosh Rao. Yosh Rao checking out his loader. Thought he might have taken one, but no, he looks like he's clean.
And Kyle Spick getting checked out. There's Ryan Greenspan, Yosh Rao on your screen for Dynasty. Kyle Spick on the top side of your screen and Brandon Short backing him up. And here comes LA Infamous in the 50 snake.
And Kyle Spica can hear the crowd starting to get loud, which means, oh, okay, that means he's probably in the 50-yard line.
That's Zach Patient playing very, very well. But Zach Patient getting shot somehow.
Yeah, he got shot through that crack.
On his loader.
Yeah, we came up a little bit, and I think Yosh or Ryan was able to drop a shot in on him. Oh, but Yosh takes one too. Yosh playing that pin. That's a real small bunker. It's tough to get small in there. So it's going to be a 3-on-3 battle. Damian Ryan, Kevin Cali Rudolph, and Drew Templeton alive for Infamous. Better field position for San Diego Dynasty as they have Kyle Spica in the snake. Kyle Spica, 3 confirmed kills for him. He shot Brad McCurley. So Ryan Greenspan still alive. He's the only person alive for Dynasty on that Dorito side of the field.
You know, look for Kyle Spica to move up to this next 50. He's going to jump up there in a heartbeat of a second. We had to reload real quick. I know he wants to go. That's the next place for him, is to get up to the 50 and then get a better shot.
So Kyle, yeah, just like you said, Kyle Spica goes to the 50-yard line. He's wrapping around the tape. There's no one over there.
Now they're calling the corner, but I think just counter coaching or counter not so much coaching, counter yelling from the bleachers over here. Damian Ryan trying to lock down this side of the field. You see him right there on the right side of your screen. Look for Kyle Spica to get low and go to their side of the field. You see that race bunker right there.
And it was Damian Ryan that was the person who shot Yosh Rao. So Damian gets a kill for his team here in this game so far. Again, it's 3-on-3. But better field position for Dynasty with Spica over here, and Spica is screaming, or actually there's...
Oh, looks like he got shot through the crack maybe?
No.
Or no, I'm sorry, I've got a bad angle. But Kyle Spica trying to listen to somebody he knows.
Look at Damian Ryan trying to get his gun up high and drop that shot in. And that's why it helps to be tall sometimes. Actually, Damien, we were talking, him and Brad were around, and I'm like, yeah, Brad, you're perfect paintball size because you're short. And Damien's like, I like being tall. I can stand up and get my gun up high and drop shots in on people when they're not ready for it. But Kyle Spica's got a lot of bunker to work with over here.
Yes, he does.
And also, he doesn't have anyone on his side of the field, so now he can move up. There he goes. He makes the move to the next spot, and now that puts Damien Ryan in a real bad position. Damien Ryan's going to have to live by his gun. He has to use his gun as a bunker now because his whole side is open to Kyle Spica. Kyle Spica just has to wrap around and try to get a snapshot in on him. He tried to do it right there. Damien Ryan, though, is peppering his bunker. Kyle Spica and Damien Ryan are locked in a pretty intense gunfight right here that could dictate who's going to win this point. Now Infamous making moves up on that Dorito side. Oh, did Damien get a shot on Kyle? No, he didn't. It broke off the bunker. And Kyle's also hidden from, even though he's past the 50-yard line, and Infamous is at the 50-yard line, Dorito, Chris, they don't have a shot on him from that side because he's blocked out.
No, but look down the move down the far side of the field. You can see it top side of your screen. Nice move by Infamous going down to their side of the field. They are now, oh, he got shot. And here comes Brandon Short across the field, filling the gap. Look at the move by Brandon Short, Matty.
Yeah, it was Drew Templeton who made a good move on Ryan Greenspan, but then Brandon Short shoots Drew Templeton, and it's getting crazy. And here comes Kyle Spica, and he's going to get checked out, so it looks like
Brandon Short's going to be the lone survivor.
Yeah, so very chaotic into that point. You've heard us say that word a lot because that is the best word to describe how things have shook down here on this layout, man. So much stuff can happen on this layout. And nice job by Brandon Short. He had to come all the way from the back bunker on the snake side of the field to get out to the D side, but he was able to make it happen. So now Brandon Short with his 2 confirmed kills, gonna hang that up, and score is gonna be 2-1. Let's check out this replay here. So here comes that Drew Templeton move down the Dorito side of the field. He takes out Ryan Greenspan.
I think he got shot actually going in there too. You can see the ref calling him out. Here comes Brandon Short from the left side of your screen, making a good move, looking for him, but then filling his spot as well. That was a great fill by Brandon Short, coming across the field, spreading the field, having Kyle Spica's back up on the snake side as well. And then Brandon Short takes out, coming down the Dorito, and then only the person left is Damien Ryan trying to figure out what's going on. But he does end up shooting Kyle Spica in the process there. So
yeah, so well, we got ourselves a 2-1 game. San Diego Dynasty up 1 point against Los Angeles Infamous. We'll be right back after this. Taking a look in the pits here. Let's listen in. Ryan Greenspan, your route.
I saw him go to get Spica, and I was shooting over the top of that thing. And I don't know why I was looking at cheats.
So the winner of this match is going to face Omaha Vicious in the finals. We're going to have all the divisional finals, D1 through 4, before we get to the Challengers Division final, with what Upton 187 crew playing Arc Chaos. So here we go on the breakout, Infamous and Dynasty. Infamous sends Nicky Cuba all the way up to the center 50, and they lose Corey Bornstein off the break. The referee getting there and checking out their snake player,
also
Zach
Tyler
Wake.
Harmon. Tyler Harmon also taking the walk for Dynasty.
Oh, and it looks like, I think, was that Oliver that got destroyed over there?
Oliver got, no, that's Blake
Yarber.
taking a dive, getting shot up on the far side of the field. You see Dynasty on your heels up in the center. That's Nicky Cuba, the monster.
Yeah, so Nicky Cuba up in the center. They're looking good up there. And Zach Wake in good. So Infamous in dominant field position right now. They're only looking at 3 Dynasty bodies. Frazee, Lang, and Takamoto left alive for Dynasty. Infamous, still 5 bodies alive for them. No one has got shot yet. Zach Wake in the snake for them.
Got Oliver Lang filling out on the right side of your screen, trying to get out. Spread the field a little bit, get out of that pin, because Nicky Cuba in the middle is going to be a problem for them. Look for Nicky Cuba to try and run through here sooner or later. You got Nicky Cuba 9 right there on the right side of your screen, backing him up. Number 87, that's Jason Bornstein. And the snake over here, Zach Wake, just waiting for a shot. Nicky Cuba on the left side of your screen, Oliver Lang, you can see his head poking out on the right. It is 3-on-4 right now in favor of Los Angeles Infamous.
Yeah, as just Bornstein, the only person shot for Infamous. But the thing is that Dynasty.
Oliver Lang takes one, Matty.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dynasty's in a big cross right now, just crossing up, and what that means is, you just look out in front of each other and not let anyone push down the field. But Dynasty loses Lang, so Lang getting shot out on that D side of the field. So just Alex Frazier and Glenn Takamoto left alive for San Diego Dynasty.
Look for Zach Wake. He's going to go to their side of the field because nobody's really looking at him. He's going to go to their side of the field, come to that race bunker on your right-hand side.
He needs to. Zach's got the ball right now. Zach has just been tunnel-visioned on that stand-up temple, but he needs to realize that nobody's shooting at him, and he's in the position where he has to get down the field. He has a back player. Bobby Aviles is right behind him. They're down a point now, and it's 4-on-2, and Zach is the one with the ball.
Yeah, no, he'll go to that race bunker on that side. He'll try to. He'll look right. You'll see.
I'm sorry, Chris, but I was going to say what we mean by having the ball. That's the guy that needs to make the move, and normally that means you're the person in the best position to advance forward.
Oh, shoots Alex Frazier.
Hey,
and there's the ball.
Yeah, you don't necessarily need to move down the field to get it done. You could just own somebody in a gunfight.
I wish somebody had told me that. And here comes the pain. The last player. Oh, getting shot, trying to cross out. Nicky Cuba gets the last ball on him. And here comes Nicky Cuba with the flag. That was Glenn Takamoto trying to fill out that small Dorito. Nicky Cuba tying it up if the flag hang is clean. But like you're talking about before, Matty, having the ball says what?
Basically, you hear us use the phrase having the ball. Zach Wake has the ball or Nicky Cuba has the ball. And what that means is that person is in the best position to make a move. That based on the chess match of paintball that's going down, that's the next piece of the puzzle that needs to move up the field or make some sort of play happen. But you know what? Zach Wake played really good in there. He got in there, he played smart, and then just, they got it done. So let's check out this replay here. Good job by Nicky Cuba in the center as well. So here's Bobby Aviles coming to join Nicky Cuba in the center. And the bodies are starting to drop for Dynasty at this point. And Bobby Aviles.
He catches Glenn Takamoto right here trying to dip out.
I think it's, well, he almost catches one. and then there goes Blake. Is that Blake trying to get across? Nicky gets a shot on him. So nice job by Nicky. And Bobby Aviles and Zach Wake to close that point out to tie it up here. 2-2 is the score. Semifinals in the Champions Division. Omaha Vicious awaits the winner of this match. We'll be right back after this.
Oh, get out, sucker! Bye, sucker! Night, night!
So we're looking at the pins right here. San Diego Dynasty, calm and collected. This game brought to you by Contract Killer. They have awesome gun designs and playing gear. They've been a big supporter of paintball for a long time. Contract Killer, also a big supporter in the mixed martial arts world too. So if you're into MMA, definitely need some fight gear. Check out Contract Killer. So here we go. Tied up, 2 apiece. We've seen another good game here. Chris, though, they really need to stop from getting penalties. It hasn't been a factor so far, but we saw that last game. We saw that last game with Vicious, and the reason that that X Factor was able to get some momentum back was because of the major penalty they got. So
yeah, 5 unanswered points to come up 6-6 to make it a nail biter right here. Losing not Brad McCurley on the break. Zach Wake getting shot in the break from Infamous. 5 alive for Dynasty. You see Damian Ryan on your left. And making the move to Doritos on the far side. I think that's number 7, Kevin Rudolph. Cali plays really good, man. He's become quite the family man, has a kid, great kid. Oh, Dynasty losing another play. Oliver Lang getting shot on the far side of the field.
Ooh, Kyle Spick almost caught one too. No, he's clean. You're looking at Damian Ryan from Los Angeles Infamous. Infamous on the left-hand side. Dynasty, 5 players alive for them. No, 4. They lost Oliver Lang.
No, they have 3 left. I think. Oh, 2 actually. That was right. There goes Ryan Greenspan.
No, they still have 3. Back
Snake,
and then also in the center.
Sorry, I'm blind today.
Yosh Rao is trying to hold down that D side of the field. But Infamous also losing bodies. They lose Zach Wake. He got shot by Brandon Short. Looks like Brandon Short also shot Drew Templeton. So Brad McCurley, Damian Ryan, and Kevin Callie Rudolph are left alive on Infamous. So Infamous actually has 2 bodies still on the Snake side, but they're just stuck in those back bunkers. And then now Damian's going to try to wrap around, actually comes out towards the center a little bit, and then takes his position again, trying to drop a shot in on Kyle Spica. Kyle Spica's trying to isolate D1. Looks like, I think that's Callie Rudolph.
Yeah, Kevin Rudolph made the dip out there from that can. You see him on the left side of your screen there. That's who Spica is shooting at right now, trying to contain him. That bunker gets really small.
It's a small bunker.
It is a small bunker.
Callie's a small guy, so
yeah,
he should be able to play that
I would never go to a spot like that. Damian Ryan looking to have a game on the left-hand side of your screen. Look for Damian to dip inside into the Snake, or Bradley's going to run up here too. You know, I kind of like Bradley to stay where he is, shooting down the wire. You know, but there's Damian Ryan on your screen right now trying to lock down that Dorito side of the field. He just needs to get up a little bit. He needs to go either to Snake or to the center. One way or the other, he'll do something. He's not very comfortable just chilling there, I guarantee that.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right there, Chris. Damian doesn't like to stay still. But, you know, he's also a good situational player. So right now, doesn't really have anywhere to go. He can't really move up in from that bunker. You know, Yosha's got to lock in on him. Brandon Short also has been back and forth from that back bunker on the Snake side. You're looking at Yosha. Yosha's looking at Damian and also Brad McCurley. He's got a shot on those guys from that stand-up temple. Doesn't look like Yosha has a lot of paint left, though, as these points have gone really long, Chris. These are the longest points that we've seen yet. I mean, there's only 6 minutes left to go. We've only seen 4 points scored. But, again, you're looking at 2 powerhouse teams fighting to deserve a spot in the finals here at the 2014 PSP Dallas Open. Oh, Damian's screaming. He feels like he got a shot on somebody, but I didn't see anybody flinch, so...
Well, I don't think anybody flinches anymore. I didn't. But no, usually when Damian calls a shot like that, he usually makes that shot. But, you know...
He's begging for a barrel shot. Oh, wow. Did he get the shot at him?
No.
He did.
Oh, look at that shot.
So Damian Ryan was begging for a barrel shot, and the referee went in there and called him out. So, you know, the way that paintball works, all you have to do, paintball hits any part of you or your gear. So tip of a barrel, bottom of your shoe, edge of your goggles, you're out.
None of those count for me, but if it does happen. Yeah, no, but he's right. If it does hit you anywhere at all, like Matty said, it's quarter size or bigger usually, but they will call you out, and these judges are the best in the business. Brad McCurley in the Snake taking up the slack where Kyle Spica was right now, Matty. Looking for the shot in Yosh Rao, and Brandon Short. See Yosh Rao in the center there. Oh, getting shot in the goggles by Callie Rudolph.
But then Brandon Short's going to try to make a move here to take out.
Oh, a major penalty now.
McCurley.
It's going to be a one-on-one right now, Matty. Brandon Short, a one-on-one situation with Kevin Rudolph.
So Kevin needs to kind of slow play this.
Oh, he gets a shot. Did he get a shot on him?
No, it broke off the net from our angle, looked like it. And so he's head checking against Brandon Short. One-on-one situation, tie game right here.
This point's very important, Matty.
Yeah, absolutely. Because
shot by Brandon Short in the goggles.
Woo! So Brandon Short stepping up and getting it done against Kevin Callie Rudolph. And not only that, but there was a major penalty against Infamous as Brad McCurley played on. Got that major penalty. 15 seconds were ticked off that time as Kevin Callie Rudolph was pushing forward. And Rudolph ended up getting shot, though, by Brandon Short. So amazing job by Brandon Short. I think Brandon Short got himself a 4-pack.
I think he did as well, man. That was a great move by Brandon Short. Good heads-up paintball.
Yeah, not sure who shot Damian.
No, Damian got pulled in the penalty.
Yeah, Damian got pulled. So, and if Brad got shot by Brandon, then Brandon killed all 5 guys, because even though
theoretically, by default,
theoretically,
yeah. But yeah, I mean, Damian, that was a good, well-played game. There's no reason for Brad McCurley to kind of do that. You know, he entrusting your brothers and your brothers entrusting you. Yeah. I think I've heard that from you, actually.
Well, it's
I hear a lot of things from you, so.
Well, what's the worst thing one of the worst things that deflates your sails? If you're in the pits, you're getting ready to play the next point, and then all of a sudden you see one of those red flags go up because one of your teammates was playing on.
Run.
Well, yeah, we'll run, but also most importantly, it deflates your mental strength. And look at this replay here. That's Brandon Short closing the gap, or I'm sorry, on Callie Rudolph, who's closing the gap here. Here comes Callie. You see Callie at that right-hand portion of your screen, and he's coming up here.
You know, Brandon played that smart. He put his head in, moved a little bit to the left, and when he pokes out right, bam, right in the goggles, right there.
Yeah, and you just got him in that snapshot. So.
And it was he made a little those 2 degrees angles that Brandon Short made on that shot made all the difference in the world because he thinks you're going to see him 2 seconds after he actually does.
Yeah.
And then he's going to get you in the goggles. Great move by Brandon Short. You know, Callie Rudolph closing the gap. Great move by him, but unfortunately getting one in the eye. So we'll be back after these messages.
Stand in the middle. If there's no point, stand in the middle.
Nikki Cuba and Bobby Bills from Los Angeles Infamous. And
now, you know, I didn't see any point in that game.
You know, I don't see a point either.
It's 2-2.
It's 2-2, but I mean, there should have been a point, right?
Yeah, there should have been a point. We'll go ahead
and for Brandon Short, because if Brandon Short had a hit,
we'll figure out exactly what happened. I mean, it's possible that Brandon Short had a hit on him, but right now it's 2-2.
Yeah, but it's like, where did that hit come from? Because if it came from Callie, like after he shot Callie, then, you know, it should be clean.
Oh, Brandon Short has a penalty. It looks like a major penalty on Brandon Short, too. So what happened there, guys, is Brandon Short got a major penalty at the end of that point, resulting in no point. Also, both teams starting with 4. 1 minute, 45 seconds left on Infamous's penalty, and then full boat.
Yeah, Chris, the win goes back into Infamous's sails right there. And that's what they wanted. That's what they needed for Dynasty. That's a little shot for them in the foot. I'm wondering, though, where that penalty came from. Yeah, it was a dirty hang, so.
And usually when you get a dirty hang, but where the hit comes from, let's say you have an inobvious hit on your pack and you have a dirty hang. That's going to be a minor penalty. If you have an obvious hit with a dirty hang, that's a major penalty, and that's what happened with Brandon Short in that point. So there's not going to be zero. There's going to be no point. It's kind of a wash across the board. 2-2 still maintains, but both teams have a major penalty. Damian Ryan in the box for LA Infamous, and Brandon Short in the box for San Diego Dynasty.
Yeah, craziness, Chris, though.
No, this is,
you know, watching that went down, I was like, man, Brandon Short stepped up, but I guess he had a hit on him. So it was a dirty hang, and God, if you're Dynasty right now, you're just like, really? Really?
They're definitely keeping it interesting. So 10 seconds for this next point. 4 minutes and 1 second left in this game. This is the longest game I think we've had all weekend, Matty.
Yeah.
Lowest scoring and longest game.
Well, there was one other game that went to time. It was the damage. It was another Infamous game.
Infamous on your left, Dynasty on your right. Let's see who prevails. Oh, Dynasty losing 1 player. I think Glenn Takamoto taking the walk in the far side of the field, so they're down to 3 players on 4 of Infamous. Infamous in this driver's seat right now, but Dynasty locking it up on your screen. That's Brad McCurley making the move, trying to get in the snake. Look for him to jump over.
Yeah.
Does he make it?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, so Brad McCurley's in the snake. He's just going to call right to the 50, and then here comes Drew Templeton. Drew Templeton running up the field. He sees a lane, but it looks like he gets chewed up, but I think he gets Oliver Lang before.
That's Yosh Rao.
It's Yosh Rao. Yeah, so he's able to get a shot on Yosh Rao. So bodies dropping for both teams. 2 players left alive for Dynasty. It's Blake Yarber and Ryan Greenspan. But Greenspan gets shot. So it's not looking good for Dynasty here on this point.
You know, Infamous, what do you do here? Do you get on the horse and go down and just get him? Because you want to, just get another point on the board and maintain the penalties, or how do you play this right now?
You keep playing it smart, man. And then you drop that shot in on Alex. So, I'm sorry, yes, on Alex Frazee. So Brad McCurley
Just hang it, call it a day, you know? I mean, you both have penalties. You played really well.
You both got penalties, and
you just call it a day.
I mean, whether it's 4 guys, you have 4, they have 4. There's 41 seconds left on Infamous's penalty and 55 on the Brandon Short penalty. So that point is going to go to Infamous. Let's check out this replay here. So there you're looking at Drew Templeton. He goes and launches, and he's going to shoot up Yosh Rao's back, but he gets picked up and gets taken out. But then Brad McCurley was still alive to finish that point out.
Now, did he get Ryan Greenspan in that run too? Is that possible? Because I know they called him out, and then Ryan Greenspan came out really, really quick after. But we'll get back to that after these messages.
They say don't be perfect, be clutch. Being clutch is one of my biggest assets. You can rely on me to be clutch, and I rely on the Vanquish. My name is Damian Ryan. I play for Team Infamous, and the Vanquish takes my game to another level.
The 2014 PSP Dallas Open, Cousins Paintball Park. And in a very, very cold and windy day here after we got dumped on last night, big-time thunderstorms came through. But these teams throwing down right now. Infamous over Dynasty, 3-2 so far. Under 3 minutes to play. 2 minutes and 57 seconds remain here. And it looks like 55 seconds left on one of those penalties, 41 seconds left on, that's a Dynasty penalty, and 41 seconds on the Infamous penalty.
And here we go on the break. Looks like Infamous losing 1 player in the break, the far side, Matt. You can see the top side of your screen. There goes 1. Here comes a running ref. That's never a good thing. Dynasty 4 bodies alive right now on Infamous's 3, but taking full advantage in the snake side. Here comes Kyle Spica, and he's going to blow to pieces the center. And I think he missed, actually. He did miss that shot. So Infamous still 3 bodies on 4. But here comes the ref taking a look at him. You see the ref on the left side of your screen. He's clean.
Yeah, and Chris, the time's starting to tick off, man. 2 minutes and 19 seconds to go. Kyle Spica has a good position here. Can he get a shot on Brad McCurley in the snake? Here comes Damian Ryan to back up Brad McCurley. They also have Zach Wake in the corner.
But they lose both Zach Wake and Kyle Spica trade out, Matty. So 3 on 3 right now. Out of the box. Here comes Dynasty out of the box.
That's Brandon Short. He's able to get out wide, and he makes it out alive.
So Dynasty has 4 players.
Yeah, so 4 strong for Dynasty, 3 for Los Angeles Infamous. Dynasty looks like they might be in position to tie this up, but they don't have a lot of time. 1 minute and 46 seconds left, and here comes the movement. Looks like Oliver Lang. No, I'm sorry, that's Ryan Greenspan. Oh, but Ryan Greenspan might have taken one in the pack there. No, he's clean. Ryan Greenspan making his way to the 50-yard line, slowly but surely. Only 1 minute and 30 seconds left.
Dude, what a nail biter, Matty.
Yeah, this is coming close.
They got to get outside. They got to get to the Dorito side. The Dynasty guys have got to get outside and spread the field. Oh, there goes Oliver Lang taking the walk, Matty.
Yeah, so Oliver gets shot
out of there. So does Nicky Cuba.
Yeah, but Glenn Takamoto alive on the D side. He's the only player alive on the D side. Just 2 players left alive for Infamous. Can they hold off the attack? 1 minute and 10 seconds. Dynasty has 3 players left alive. It's going to be up to Damian Ryan and Zach Wake in the back bunkers here to hold off San Diego Dynasty. And then here comes Ryan Greenspan, and Ryan Greenspan gets taken out by Damian Ryan, but Damian Ryan gets taken out, so it's 1-on-2 right now with just 52 seconds to go. So can Brandon Short and Glenn Takamoto close the gap here and take out Zach Wake and tie this game up and take it to overtime?
Dude, there's 43 seconds left in this game, Matty. They've got to get up, and they shot Zach Wake. Here it comes. 37 seconds left in this game.
They got to be careful. I mean, well,
they're just going to stroll it in.
Well, no, that's smart.
And they're going to take it into overtime.
Yeah, they're going to take it into overtime. So, wow. What a close match here.
This is keeping me warm up here. I'm telling you. Barely.
So, yeah, how the OT works, and particularly on Sunday, is that in playoff matches, it's a 3-minute overtime period. And then if no one has won in that 3-minute overtime period, then there will be a series of 5 60-second one-on-ones, and the first to 2 points wins. I hope that's what we get to see.
You know, I really honestly think that's going to happen right here. However, our fastest point is 11 seconds. So it is possible. If these guys want to come out and try and win this point.
You know, I'm glad you brought that up, Chris, because it's worth talking about. Yes, we have seen a lot of fast points. If it ever could be done, it's on this field layout. I just don't think we're going to see it.
I agree with you. I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're both going to play it safe, come out, roll their guns. But keep this in mind as well. Come out rolling your gun. You get shot on top of the hopper. Bam, you draw a penalty. That's a problem.
Yeah, and that's another thing, too. These guys, they got to play clean here with this 15 seconds left. Well, we'll be right back, man. It's a great matchup. These teams fighting to get into the finals against Omaha Vicious. We'll be right back after this.
Ever wonder why you feel so great after purchasing from BuyPBL.com? We stock and test only the best to be sold directly to you. And once our team of experts deems that your order is complete, it gets the stamp. Once your order is packed, our team of shippers will get you your goods fast. Ooh, yeah. Never have a bad shopping experience again. Shop at BuyPBL.com. Feel free, alive, and incredibly rich.
Here's Drew Templeton from Los Angeles Infamous getting a little look into their pits. 15 seconds to go in regulation time. So we think up here that we're not going to see a point scored in this time period, the last few seconds in this match. But you never know. You never know. And also look for penalties. If there's penalties, and also it's going to come down to people get shot at break. If 4 Infamous guys turn around into paintballs, then Dynasty has a chance. And same on the flip side. If Infamous can get those crossfield shots and right out the break, then I don't know. We'll see. I just don't think it's going to happen.
No, I think they're just going to get out there. Nicky gets Huba's shot. Losing 2 on the break. 8 seconds left. This is possible.
Oliver's trying to
Here comes a major penalty.
And Oliver is going to try to run that flag, and he might have enough time. Oh, my God, Oliver Lang hanging the flag. I think they got it, Chris.
I don't know, man.
Oh, my God. Unbelievable. Sorry, I'm kind of losing it up here. I just didn't think I'd see it.
I think he actually got that.
Well, oh, my God, I think he got it, too. No way, man. It was so close. I don't know. I think
I'm going to be the advocate here, and I'm going to think that he was literally...
He committed 100% to that. I mean, he flew about 5 feet in the air and a good 2-3 feet off the ground. I don't know.
I literally think, that he was about 3 inches from touching that as we got to 0.
Well, talk about leaving it all on the table. I mean,
but you know what? Like we said, if anybody can do it, it's going to be them. Or one of these 2 teams.
Yeah.
I think Infamous came out playing it safe, and Dynasty said,
Yeah, I totally agree.
I'm coming out swinging.
I agree, too. And there's Oliver's event stats, 36 kills, 35 points played, and you can see that I don't think they're going to give it to him.
I don't think so either.
You know, when he went to dive, I looked at it, and I thought it said like a 2 seconds left. I know we're getting Todd Martinez back up here, and he's shaking his head. He doesn't think he got it either. But look at this. You got to give it to him regardless. Look at amazing. Oliver Lang was like, okay, I don't care. What? We have 15 seconds left. I think we can do it, boys. And he just tries to turn on the afterburners, and he just didn't make it. Here it is.
Look at this dive.
Angle. Whee! Oh, Oliver just leaving everything out there. And actually, rewind that back. Rewind that back a little bit, and I think we can see the time from that angle.
Yeah, look, yeah, you can see the time.
So yeah, rewind it back. So there, rewind it.
Right there. You see,
okay,
there's 0.4 seconds right there.
Hold on, Chris. Pause it right here. Okay, and then run it through. You see the seconds ticking off?
There's 0.8. 0.6, 0.4,
0.2,
0. He did not make it.
Oh, no hang. So yeah, he didn't get it, but man.
No, he was a good 5 feet from it.
He was launching the dive as the time ended.
Yeah.
So choke so close, man. Oh, God.
Well, hey, listen, man. Balls to the wall. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
see,
you can see it again.
I would have done the same dang thing.
Yeah, you can see it right there. Is that Oliver, as the time ticks off right as he starts his dive.
And, you know, Todd just said to our ear, he goes, that's why we have a webcast. This is what you want to see. This is how you want to do it. We're here watching it. You guys are out here living it.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. This is why PBA exists, is to bring you moments like this. Because if it doesn't exist, then
I'm
you
out
don't
of a
get
job.
to see these guys. You don't get to see these guys do it. But
wow, that was cool.
That was unbelievable,
dude.
Man.
Oliver,
dude.
Like I said, Infamous came out saying, hey, let's just roll this 15 seconds out. We'll play him in the finals. But I mean, this is what's going to happen anyway. But now,
now that's probably going to fire Dynasty up though.
Yes.
And Infamous is, you know, they definitely came out to play it safe, and Dynasty did not. And that was the difference there, but it wasn't enough, man. It's sad to say because it was so awesome to watch, but it just wasn't enough time left. Still, well, how it works is that we're going to throw 3 minutes on the clock in a sudden death overtime, and
I don't get this far in the rules.
yeah, so basically how it's going to work, 3 minutes on the clock. And this is it's different now. If there's an overtime in the prelims, there's a 3-minute time period for overtime. But if there's a tie, then it's just a tie. But hey, man, we have to determine a winner. Who's going to play Omaha Vicious? Well, we're going to find out right here. Regardless, it's going to be 3 minutes, and if nobody wins during that 3 minutes, it goes to a series of 5 60-second one-on-ones. The first to 2 points wins the game. I hope that's what we get to see.
I don't see that happen. This field is just too gnarly for something like that to happen. I think Dynasty, like you said, is fired up right now. Infamous is fired up. There's you know, both these teams are playing their hearts out. Everything's being left in the field. Lowest scoring game we've had yet. Went to time. Oliver Lang 5 feet.
This is
from the win.
Absolutely, and Chris, by far the lowest scoring game.
Yes.
By far the lowest. I mean, no other game was even close to this.
That's going to show you. We had that one really long point. You know, if anybody can lock down the fields and kind of slow play each other, it's these two teams because they're that good. And that's how you slow it down. They know how to do it effectively. Brad Mon, the Beard, Fear the Beard, a very good friend of ours and one of the best coaches in the league, been around for a long time. Oliver Lang, Florian Short, Kyle Spica, Yosh Rao, getting ready to go to work over here for Dynasty. On the Infamous side, you know, you got Glenn Takamoto, Tyler Harmon, one of the best smiles in the game.
Wow, tense moments here.
I'm super excited right now.
And clock stopped at 23 seconds to go as they're getting set here for this overtime match. And a cold crowd has come out to watch this game go down.
There's a full stands here today. Full stands. Hope you guys are enjoying the game. Thank you very much for coming out. We're just as cold as you are. I don't have a heater under here.
I've got this little hand warmer, and it's not working, Chris.
Yes, Maddie has a hand warmer. He's just sharing with me. 5 seconds for this game, guys. 3-3. And here we go. Brian's Dynasty on your left, Infamous on your right. Who is going to come out and prevail this game? We will see.
It's going to come down to the break, Chris.
Dynasty, Infamous losing. Oh, Dynasty losing 2 players, Yosh Rao and Kyle Spica. Infamous losing Bradley McCurley.
And so 4 players alive for Infamous. The time is ticking off. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Oliver Lang is in good field position in the center. Dynasty needs to get another quick kill. If they can get a quick kill, and even this body can up, we might see one-on-ones.
You know, I watched, you know, this is an Oliver Lang. This is going to be an Oliver Lang win. He's going to come down the middle. But it looks like finally Bornstein, that's Oliver Lang's spot right there. They're trying to contain him.
Oh, look at this, though, Chris. Brandon Short takes one right in the face.
Oh, no, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem right now.
Yeah, and so now Infamous is pushing up on the D side of the field.
And look for this guy. He's going to come up and shoot Oliver Lang in the side. There goes Oliver Lang. And here comes Infamous down the far side of the field to win this point. Here we go.
And it looks like Drew Templeton clocking in over on the D side. They're still, I think that is it. That's it.
He just doesn't know it yet.
So, wow, look at this. Infamous is trying to count the bodies. They do not know that they are going to be playing in the finals, and then they finally figure it out. Zach Wake puts his gun into the air, and a triumphant Corey Bornstein is going to get checked out by Zach Wake. So congratulations to Los Angeles Infamous. It looked like Dynasty had won it, though. Oliver Lang, when he goes back and watches it, you can see he just needed 1 more second in order to do it. But, hey, what a crazy game, and it looks like, wow, what a great finals match, too, Chris.
I'm so excited right now.
But think about this. You have Omaha Vicious, who's never been in a finals, and then you also have Los Angeles Infamous, who underperformed all last season. They finished 7th overall. The best they did was 3rd place at the first event, and now finally they get themselves back into a finals match. So tell everyone that you know, man, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon here, Central Time, Texas, Dallas, Texas. We're going to watch a team that either a brand new team for the first time ever winning an event in Omaha Vicious, or is it going to be Los Angeles Infamous taking the victory in their first win since 2012 Chicago?
But with that said, Todd Martinez, ex-coach of Infamous, going against his ex-team. I think Todd's a little pumped up for this one.
Yeah, grudge match, man. It's going to be great.
I'm excited. I think my hair's standing on end, not because of the cold. Well, okay, because of the cold, but I just got more excited. So
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Awesome job, man. But before we get to the Champions Division final, we're going to be watching the Division Finals, D4, 3, 2, and then 1, and then the Challengers Finals. And Art Chaos is going to be playing Upton 187 crew. Let's check out this replay here as Drew Templeton steps up on that D side of the field, pushes down, gets a shot on Oliver Lang, and just gets it done for Los Angeles Infamous. Full team effort from them. They had a lot of players play great. Brandon Short also played amazing for Dynasty. He got 10 confirmed kills. And then Damian Ryan, 6. Drew Templeton, 6 confirmed kills for Drew Templeton, man. So what an amazing job by Los Angeles Infamous as they take this victory against San Diego Dynasty, who is unfortunately going to have to go home and watch the webcast over and say, yeah, man, we almost had that win when Oliver dove that flag in, but we just needed one more second. But the paintball gods can be fickle, and things get crazy out there. That's why we watch the game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good job today, guys. Well played. Well played, both teams. Looking forward to the finals coming up here. The PSP 2014 Dallas Open. Let's go now, Lauren Kelly, 4th member of our broadcast. Let's see what she has to say in the field. What's up, Lauren?
Hey, I'm down here with Drew Templeton of Infamous. Congratulations, you guys just knocked Dynasty out of the finals, and you are going to be battling Vicious for that first place. How does it feel?
It feels good. We put in a lot of hard work in the offseason, and it's glad that it's paying off and things are going our way this season.
Going into that overtime point, what was running through your mind?
Don't make mistakes and do it. I don't know.
When you were on the field and you saw you had an opening to run down, what was that thought process like?
Just wanted to wear them out after they thought they were getting a repeat from last year. So, it is what it is, you know?
All right. Well, you're going to be going up against Vicious. You think they're going to be a tough one, or are you pretty confident you can get that first place win?
Same way we approach every game, just going tough and play to win.
All right. Well, congratulations. Infamous beat Dynasty in overtime. So many great matches today, guys. Stay tuned for more.